Energy in Ukraine is underdeveloped industry with significant potential. Scientific research in this direction has been going on for more than a half of century, not only in academic institutes but also in the industrial companies. Why are there so few successful commercial projects? The main obstacles are, first, marginal and long-term payback. For binary systems that are expected for the territory of Ukraine, the return of investment is up to 7 years. Considering that the geological exploration can last 7-8 years, we have to look for long-term investments or require state subsidies. Second, the project contains significant geological uncertainties and risks. Unlike terrestrial renewable sources like solar or wind energy, geothermal energy requires highly qualified specialists who are currently mainly involved in the oil and gas industry. Thirdly, the technology market for underground and surface infrastructure is quite narrow, and each geothermal project is designed individually, which causes a high cost of equipment and services. The fourth problem that can be identified is the consumption of produced energy. We remember that the geothermal project produce two types of energy, and both must be rationally disposed of. There is a price cap for electricity in Ukraine, and the domestic market is highly regulated. Joining the European network in 2022 greatly changed the rules of the game in the long term and enables orientation for European electricity market. Instead, heat energy consumption will always remain local. On prices of heat supply for district heating, we have the same price cap as we have for electricity. So the key point of success, the geological potential and the surface demand for heat consumption must match. In the condition of war, we observe significant instability of industrial production and extreme changes in many directions. But precisely such turning points create additional opportunities for energy transition and the reconstruction of new supply chain using climate clean energy. We see significant growth of shallow projects like heat pumps for domestic use. We have significant potential for balneologic projects and tourist development in the Carpathian region. And we are very optimistic about the development of deep geothermal projects to create commercial energy generation projects. The first shifts began with the oil and gas industry, where the relevant specialists and geological knowledge come from. Adapting the technologies of the oil and gas sector will help them in the green transition to climate clean energy. Next, the challenge is taken up by universities, which have to train the relevant specialists. This will preserve the attractiveness of geological programs, somewhat comprised by the modern view of fossil fuels. The Russian invasion of Ukraine dramatically changes the energy map. Ukrainians' political prospects have changed regarding Ukraine's accession to the European Union. Accordingly, regulatory requirements for energy will stimulate the development of geothermal projects and the distribution of capacities due to the creation of small capacity power plants will increase the resilience of such objects to airstrikes. We believe that the listed advantages will become noticeable in the few years when the projects that have just started will enter the construction and deployment stages.